What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. And today's video, by that you can clearly tell from the title, we're going to be talking about the top 5 ultra rare cards from the newest box, Galactic Origins. This is my opinion. If you guys have a different opinion on the top 5 cards out of all the URs from this set, be sure to put your list down in the description, or not the description, to the comment section down below. And I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I'll explain it with why I chose each card for whatever slot it is. But yeah, 5 is the worst to like 1 is the best, but all 5 of these cards I have like positivity on, and I do like think these cards are pretty viable. So let's get on to the top 5. Number 5 spot, we got Into the Void. So let's go check it out on the Konami website right here. This is a ultra rare spell card, as we can, you can tell by the title that it's all about ultra rares. Anyways, this is a vanilla spell card, and you only can activate this card when you have 3 or more cards in your hand. Draw 1 card. During the end phase of this turn, discard all cards in your hand. Now, the reason why I put this on the number 5 spot is what decks it can be used against, and it's pretty splashable. So, I put this in here because, 1, this card is pretty splashable. You can use it in pretty much any deck you want. The only requirement is that you have to have 3 or more cards in your hand. This card right here will actually help out a lot with playing in handless combo decks like Gaia the Swift Knight, because with Into the Void, you can draw 1 card, get any like cards that you need or whatever, so your back row protection and whatever monster you have in your deck. Then due to the card's effect, what you do afterwards, you discard your whole hand. And with Swift Gaia, or just those handless decks, you need to have a handless hand. So that's why this card will be pretty good for this deck right here. Another thing that I could possibly see some play is Exodia, if anybody still plays Exodia. It's kind of a niche deck, to say the least, but Into the Void could help out with that because it's just a very vanilla draw card, and with Exodia you need to draw your cards. I would just recommend, if you're going to play Into the Void, you definitely want to play something like Backup Soldier, so you can bring back any Exodia pieces you possibly will discard. But yeah, that's kind of it on Into the Void. It's a pretty interesting card. It's just like, it's a pretty vanilla draw card. The only downside, though, is that you do have to lose your whole hand. So that's what the issue is, and you have to have 3 or more cards. So this could be possibly pretty good at the beginning of a duel, honestly. But yeah, in there, and then I'm getting notifications. I might have to edit that out. I'll have to, either I'm not going to edit it out or crop it out or not. We'll see. You guys will see the video on how this is edited. Very professional YouTuber. Next up on the number 4 spots, we have Cypher, the Queen of Dragon. So this card is low-key helping out Cyber Angels. A lot of people that have been talking about this box, from what I've seen, really care about this Cypher card right here because it low-key supports Cyber Angels. Let's go read on this card. So this is a 6-star light ritual monster. With the effect, you could ritual summon this card with Hymen of Light. During the end phase, if this card was ritual summoned this turn, or if a light monster was sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard this turn while this card's face up on the field, to activate one of these effects. Very cool right here. So you can choose any of these effects, and there's some really good effects. So one of them, you can draw 2 cards, discard a card, and then you can either discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand, or you can add 1 light monster from your graveyard to your hand. You only can use one of these effects once per turn, and only once that turn. Cypher, Queen of Dragons is going to help out a lot. So there is a ritual card that you can play with the Cyber Angels, and it allows you to special or ritual summon any light monster. The only downside, though, is that it has to be the exact level. Now, 9 times out of 10, that shouldn't be too bad, because with Cyber Angels, there's cards like Benton and some other 6-star ritual monster that I don't remember. But those 2 cards, there's like multiple 6-star ritual Cyber Girl cards that you can play, or Cyber Angel, there you go. Cyber Angel cards that you can play to ritual summon the Queen Dragons. And then the reason why I say use the like light as ritual summon any light monsters is because it's splashable with the Cyber Angels, because they're also light attributes. So you can run like 3 copies of that in your deck, or just run 2 copies of that in your deck, since Machine Angel Ritual is going to be limited to 1. So yeah, Queen of Dragons is definitely going to help Cyber Angels get back to the top. Well, it's still pretty viable even after the little ban list, in my opinion. But like, it's boosting it up right now. So Queen of Dragons going to be super good right here. And the reason why, so let's go to number 3 spot. Number 3 spot, I'll explain my reasoning on why I think this card's going to be in number 3 spot. We're going to put Gladiator Beast Herculitos, or however you pronounce this card, in 3rd place. Now this card isn't going to be my number 1 for the same reason why Queen of Dragons isn't going to be higher up there. Actually, I probably should have switched 3 and 4, honestly. Because let me explain why I put Gladiator Beast into 3rd. The reason why, so this card is really good. It's an 8-star Fusion Fire Ultra Rare. And to summon it, you need 1 Gladiator Beast Lacurie or 2 Battle Beast monsters. Just other 2 Battle Beast monsters can be any ones that you want. First supposed to be special summoned from your extra deck by shuffling the above cards you control to your deck. You do not have to use polymerization. That's the key right there. You do not have to use polymerization. This is basically a contact fusion gladiator card right here. Super good right there. During either player's turn, when a spell trap is activated, you can discard 1 card, negate the activation, destroy it. This card must be face up on the field to achieve to resolve this set. This card is super powerful. Now, the reason why it's not like number 1 or number 2 on my list is just because this card is only good in 1 deck. That's why I'm saying it's not the best UR from the set. If you're going to play Gladiator Beast, you need this card. I recommend it 100%. This is the boss monster of the Gladiator Beast when this box comes out. But I'm not putting it in 1 or 2 just because of the fact that it's not a splashable card. It's not a card you can throw in any deck and you're good. It's just not. And honestly, I could put Queen of Dragons at 3rd place because of my reasoning, because in the future it could be more splashable because it's just a light ritual monster. So you could just throw that in there. So like 3 and 4 are kind of the same category. I'm not putting them at the top just because they're not like splashable with every single deck. That's why in number 2 spots we're gonna use, here, let's go to the number 2 spot. We're gonna be doing Exile Force in number 2. This card's gonna be pretty decent. Honestly, probably not a card that you really want from the set, but you could tech it in some certain decks because it's a really nice effect. Exile Force is a 4-star Earth Warrior with the effect. You contribute this card, target 1 monster on the field, destroy the target. Has 1,000 attack and 1,000 defense. Really good card right there. So this is just a free kill. You just summon it, pop one of your opponent's monsters. That's why this card's pretty good. Simple as that. Super basic right there. That's why it's in the number 2 spot. It's because it's pretty splashable in like every single deck. You can throw this card in there to take out your opponent's boss monsters and you'll be good to go. Now let's go into the number 1 spot. And this card, and maybe some of you are not going to be surprised, especially after my reasoning on 4 and 3 spots, but we're going to be talking about Cosmic Cyclone. This is a quick play ultra rare spell card with the effect, pay 1,000 life points, target 1 spell and trap card on the field, banish it. This card is really good because it's splashable in pretty much any deck you want to play. Downside is that you have to pay 1,000 life points, but this is the beginning of back row removal in Duel Links. Right now the game is in a super heavy meta with back row, and it's pretty insane. Like, if you don't got good back row, you're gonna lose. I'm sorry to say it. A lot of people I've been noticing too have been playing little to no monsters and just a ton of back row. You have the chance to brick, but if you get one of your monsters out, at least that boy's gonna survive. But Cosmic Cyclone's good for taking out the back row, and it also says banish it. So if there's any cards on your field that say you can stop the destruction of a card, that's not gonna happen with Cosmic Cyclone because you're banishing that spell and trap card. And it says target anyone on the field. You can do a field spell, continuous face up, face down. You can do anything you want, and it's a quick play, so you can throw it face down when your opponent like sets like 2 back row and ends their turn. You can just pop this during your end phase, so they can't even activate the card if they wanted to. Really cool card right there. Like I said, the downside is that you lose 1,000 life points. Now, to some people, that doesn't matter to them because, you know, if you gotta use life points to win, you gotta win. Other people, though, might not be too well, and that's the only downside to this card. It's definitely that 1,000 life points, especially in the game where you only have 4,000 life points, you know? Pretty iffy right there. But you can also use this card to trigger effects like Destiny Draw, so you know what? There could be some potential really good cards in the game. But yeah, that's going to be kind of my discussion on these top 5 cards. The top 5 ultra rares that you're going to want from the Galactic Origin box. There's a lot of really cool cards in here and a lot of really bad cards, but the ones that are really good from the set do stand out a lot. There might be some new meta breaking decks like Gladiator Beast, Angels are getting buffed, and so many more cards in this set that are going to be helping out a lot of players in the game. Super excited for this box. Sadly, I don't have any gems right now. I'm going to have to grind the fuck out of the game if I want to get some of the packs to build a deck, but I don't know how well that'll work for me. But if you guys enjoyed this video, sorry for the ramble right there, but if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Duel Links content. Hopefully I can get the super rare top 5 out for you guys soon and talk about all the SRs that are going to be pretty decent from the set. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.